Okay, when you talk to yourself about something you're watching, aka Women's Royal Rumble, you might as well just record it. Okay, I'm in the middle of this, so I'm pause, watching the replay. And I'm feeling that Alexa Bliss is going to win this. But I want to say, what's the sense in using Otis one time? Great timing on that. Didn't see that coming. To have him, I take it that he had to be under the ring and to roll out. I mean, that's a beautiful spot. Great timing, but I'm swearing that he's going to catch both women. And the fact that you dropped the ball on that is so fucking sad because it makes for great comedy. It puts Otis over with Sonya Deville after 2 weeks ago, thinking that maybe he could be good luck, and then thinking like, oh, okay, maybe he really is good luck. Even if they're not going to win, just the high spot. Before watching this, I was watching the Rumble from 2018, and it's let me slow my thoughts down, because this is pretty much what I've heard from other talent that's no longer there. Ryback, Jack Hager, and a few other people. If it makes sense, dude is not going to do it. He's just not going to do it. 2018, and this is the second time I'd seen this, but I forgot. You have Trish Stratus come in, and she's kicking ass. Mickie James pops up, and then they circle one another, right? Gets a pop. Just because it gets a pop / reaction doesn't mean you automatically have to go there fast. Let that marinate. They circle one another, you get a pop, then they decide to team up. They're the two elder stateswomen in the ring. They team up, they start busting the Bella Twins up, or they bust whoever else up, get 2 eliminations, then maybe somehow they end up either turning, like Mickie turns on Trish or hits her accidentally, and then it jumps off, thus giving you a double pop. It's a marination rather than, okay, they look at each other and then let's just jump into it. It's like, damn, hit the high, hit the low, hit the high again. Not hit the high again, because they hot. Like, these gimmicks are fucking old. Case in point, since I've been watching them one after the other, they're fresh in my mind. I see the system. Kofi gets out, saves himself, manages to get back in, 7 seconds later, kicked out. Naomi, same thing. 7 seconds later, kicked out. Last Royal Rumble, Kofi, same thing. I'm talking about 2019. Kofi, same thing. Naomi, same thing. Jumps on the what's-her-face. I don't know if she can do it. Jumps on the stairs. Mandy comes, gets her. So it's like, if you somehow save yourself, you got about 7 to 10 second window, and then you're going to get dumped. It's fucking predictable. Like, goddamn. Do something different. Create something different. Something innovative. At least every other year, can we ask for that? Gosh, it's just like you have Otis there. To have him come out, save Mandy, then you might as well just send him to the back, because he's hanging around and you kind of get a feeling that, all right, he's going to have to save her again. You know, and oh man, let me reconvene. I'm sure I have more shit to talk about, but this is just crazy. And I'm surprised that they didn't start with Lacey Evans and Bayley match first, but I guess maybe she's not entering this Rumble. But anyway, like I said, I have this feeling that Alexa Bliss is probably going to win this. I don't know. Bianca Belair is looking really good. It's this, like I said, if it makes sense, everything that I hear from these prior wrestlers, it all comes true. The longer you watch, it all comes true. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. And then, side note, I'm not getting. They're starting to be very confusing again with what they're doing with Sonya and Mandy. It almost even feels as if like you get one team of writers, then the next time you get another team of writers, then you get another team of writers, then you get another team of writers. I'm probably just talking mess and being completely off, but oh, I would sacrifice myself for you. Da, 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 da. After just settling up on Friday, and even if nothing happens, why even have that dialogue? Can we just settle their tea kettles for like 2 weeks? Please, can we not go into Friday SmackDown with them bickering about a goddamn accident that in reality, we all know that these created characters, okay, these on-screen characters, they can watch tape of what happened in the match rather than doing cheap heat and go, oh, you pushed me out. It's like, but you use that whenever you want to use it. So if you had two wrestlers in this Royal Rumble both fall out at the same time, and it's, oh, now let's use the replay to see which one's foot hit first. So you'll use the replay then, but you try to act as if in this universe that Mandy is incapable of seeing a goddamn replay. If this is the direction that I'm smelling they're going to pop off on Friday, Mandy's incapable of saying, hey, I want to see a replay of that. Because, oh, what? In this world of the WWE universe, none of this shit is taped? None of this is recorded? Like, but I have announcers like Michael Cole and them going, look at what happened last week. And they can go back to replay, but the talent in the storyline is not going to be able to go back to watch replay. You're going to have them come back possibly on Friday and start riffing, or within this pay-per-view because it's not done yet. You're fucking corny, man. And I know you guys really don't care about your fucking ratings. I figured it out, and I'm gonna crack that nut in a few weeks and expose it for what it is. It's not, and it's probably already been exposed, but I'm gonna simplify it for anyone that catches this episode. It's a calculated fucking business move. That's what it is, and it's something that I mentioned on that typical episode. Something I mentioned, and this is what it is. And it's so funny because I mentioned it again. I ended up doing a pre-Royal Rumble assessment because there was very little on Friday's SmackDown for the Sonya and Mandy and Otis storyline. So I said, oh, let me just do some ramblings. And I'm going to release it because I know they're not going to do any of the stuff that I've mentioned. I'm sure there's possibly one prediction that actually might happen, but that remains to be seen because I haven't gotten it yet. I would be very surprised, but let's see. All right, let me finish this goddamn Rumble. Okay. For starters, I want to say in the future, I would be very interested in seeing Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss form a tag team. Somewhere down the line, I think it would be very, very cute. With that said, if you two ladies are the only ones in the ring, why not just cool out? You know, why not? I mean, then again, I guess you have to keep the audience entertained. to be some just to do something different. Man, what I would freaking do. Cause knowing this, base, I have so many thoughts going on in my skull. If you know that this is how, as a talent, if you know that this is going down this way, what I would do, it would be interesting. Rather than have them wrestle, just because it's just something different. You don't have to do this every year, right? Give them mics and just let them crack on one another for a little bit. Then maybe like 10 seconds before the actual 10-second countdown hits, they start going at one another. Rather than just them, because we've already seen them go at one another in the beginning. They were the first two entrants. So now to see them go at one another again, and I'm probably going to put my foot in my mouth because I haven't seen it all right now. It's just repetitive. So why not just do something different? You know, you a midget, you a tall, look at your extension, girl, you know, something that would just be comical just to keep you laughing. Like, this was Jericho. Let's say, oh man, fuck what you heard. If this was Jericho and MJF, or Jericho and Sammy Guevara, who've done craziest stuff on AEW and is still fresh out without even wrestling, just verbally, it would totally work. So I know that you're capable of doing. You're just not creative enough. It's like, damn. Whoa, boy. Hope this XFL was really working for you. Just thought about this. It's like them two having a verbal standoff. It's almost equivalent to when Mandy says, "You will never look like me," and Bliss goes, "No one wants to look like you." And then they could just start just a verbal thing, just going back and forth. Something that would be written that has to be funny, you know, or just the concept that has to be funny so that before they do this, you know it's gonna, oh, when you say this line, oh girl, I'm gonna say that line, and da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da, and then you can talk about my mama, and da-da-da-da, and it would freaking go over so goddamn well, man. That's what I'm trying to get across a little bit more, if I'm making any sense to anyone that's listening. Thank you. Okay, Bliss just got bumped, so let's keep it moving. Okay, for anyone that's going to listen to my pre-Royal Rumble, please keep in mind I could not, for the life of me, remember Naomi. I could not remember her name for some reason, but I love her hair right now. I'm really, really loving it. Loving her hair. Just another side note. Well, as per my pre-Royal Rumble episode, and since Alexa Bliss got eliminated, they still have time to surprise me. But for some reason, I think it's going to be a nothing burger. Okay, I am having a holy shit moment because it's something that I mentioned on the precursor to the what's-a-face that could possibly happen. Oh my God. Is my microphone tapped? I obviously got my Royal Rumbles confused because I thought that Sarah Logan had already been in and gone, but that was the last one that I just watched, the 2018. And here she comes, and I made mention of, oh shit, it's crazy. I've been watching too many goddamn matches in one day, I guess. I made mention in the precursor about Sarah Logan wanting Charlotte's head and Natalya wanting Charlotte's head. And I'm sitting here waiting for, I said, all right, Every time the buzzer goes off, I'm like, it's either Nia or Natalya. Nia or Natalya. Especially seeing Beth Phoenix, and then Sarah Logan pops up on the screen. I'm like, oh, wait, I thought she was already in it. I'm like, oh, yeah, we already know who she's gunning for. And now all you need right now is Natalya. Now the question is, are they going to let that marinate? Because I think she's number 22 now. Bringing someone else, which could be Nia, to be a distraction for Beth Phoenix, or someone else in general, and then bringing Natalya, or just bringing Natalya straight after Sarah Logan, because there's a storyline that I put in, and it had more to it, but I knew that those two would be gunning for Charlotte Flair, but I put in a reason why. So for anyone that gives go back and go listen to it. Anyhow, all right, let's let this rock on. And she wasted no time. She went dead right for Charlotte. And as per usual, what did I just ramble about earlier? If it makes sense, we're not doing it. But maybe it just makes sense to me in my crazy mind. I'm just what do they call you? A couch quarterback? Professional wrestling couch quarterback observer, I guess. So, yeah, I'm talking in reference to Sarah Logan being in there for like 2 seconds and getting jobbed out. Once again, Charlotte Flair, who doesn't really recognize that she's fucking her brand up. That would be for another discussion. Fucking called it. What did I say? Who did I say was coming out? And of course, they set you up for it, because soon as they were pushing Beth over the thing, it got to 0 and I said, bow, and sure enough, bow. Typical. That's when I start saying typical. 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 And once again, Naomi. Okay, I'm going to count down. Right now, she's hanging on the wall and having a pause. So when she gets back in the ring, I'm going to do a countdown to see if I was accurate with the 7 to 10 second mark. So is this another tell? Shayna Baszler bashes Charlotte into the stairs. And I guess that is representative that Charlotte is going to definitely win, because she's the battered and bruised anti-hero, which is kind of what we saw last year. Would you believe that I was actually accurate? That Naomi came in and in about 7 seconds, might have been 6, got eliminated. So what I'm talking about when I'm saying that gimmick, it's time to the letter of the law. Okay. Okay, this comment goes along with the comment that I made about the women's tag team elimination chamber last year, which is the Bailey and Sasha episode. Why would you have Beth Phoenix? I mean, I understand that Natalya did that to her last year, I guess it was. Yeah, last year. So payback. Okay, cool, but why not wait until after you get rid of Shayna Baszler? Then do the crooks. Unless there's someone else. I can't recall. I guess is what. It's now going to be Shayna and Charlotte now, if she can crawl back in. But it just goes back to the Nia Jax Tamina theory in the chamber. If you're blowing Shayna up, she's this tough one, and da 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 da. I would rather just, hey, let's keep teaming up and get rid of her. Then I'll screw you and get rid of you, and then just have Charlotte eliminate me. I mean, you know that you're not really going to do a follow-up to have Shayna Baszler square off against Charlotte. And when I mean follow-up, continuity-wise, you're not. I just don't see it in the cards. You know, having Charlotte eliminate Shayna, and then later this year, let me just shut the fuck up, because I'll lose my brain thinking about what this stupid dude's going to do with his company. All right, let's just end this thing. I'm so excited that I'm ecstatic that finally, Drew McIntyre not only wins the Royal Rumble, but finally he's getting pushed. A guy that's eaten so much dog shit and scraped and scraped and scraped. And then after seeing what he did in TNA, and now seeing how he was utilized here, you know, just another talent that you end up watching and just going, okay, when is this guy? When is this guy? Like Strowman. When is this guy? When is this guy? Okay, this is time. Now, only thing you could hope afterwards is, well, let's just relish in this moment. That's it.